Now that you've bought your Inogen G5 from Oxy Medical, here's some quick things to know when you get your new concentrator. First things first, you are going to want to slide in your battery of choice, whichever one you got it. This is the 8 cell or the small battery. This is the 16 cell or the extended battery. First, we are going to take the small battery and we're going to line it up at the bottom of the device. We're going to give it a good gentle push. We're going to hear the latch of the battery and the machine clasp together and a little audible beep to let us know that it is connected securely. Next, you're going to want to plug in your AC adapter that goes directly to the wall on the back of the unit. This is the AC charger. This is how your battery charges when it is connected to the machine. This is something you want to do every night before you go to bed to make sure you have a charged battery, or during the day when you have time and you want to let the battery charge. The display will give you a battery icon with a little lightning bolt letting you know that the battery is charging and what percentage it's currently at. This one showing is at currently 31% and charging. The other way that you know that you're getting charged is that the AC power block has a green light letting us know that the electricity from the wall is powering the block, which is then charging the battery. Next, you're going to take your DC car charger. You're going to take it to the car. You're going to leave it in the car. It stays in the car all the time. The beautiful part about buying an Inogen, you can plug this into the DC port in your car, and this will go in the same place on the back of your machine, like so. And this goes into the DC port in your car. Every single car comes with a DC port. This will run your machine and charge the battery at the same time. Really important whenever you're leaving the house, driving to the doctor's appointment, you're going shopping, you want to have it plugged into the DC charger to keep your battery up to the most optimal charge, and if you want to recuperate some charge. The other thing that we also recommend to folks is make sure you check the battery before you leave the house to see how much charge it has. The batteries will have a little green button on them, which will light up the lights and tell you approximately how much battery life. We would want to see all 4 lights lit up and letting us know that this is at 100%. This one is somewhere between 25 and 50%. This is a brand new battery. That's where they should be when they're new, until we charge them all the way up. The next step is your carry case will come in a little cellophane packaging. You will attach your shoulder strap and the handle strap. They have little easy to attach clasps. The clasp, you will apply a little pressure to the side loop and it will click in like so. You know that the back side of the unit is the one with the square outlet where the back side of the unit with the charger port needs to be aligned with. So one thing you can do is you can lay the carry case down on its side. We take the unit and gently line it up, and then we can slide it in like so. Once you get it in about 3/4 of the way, you can lift it up and that unit will slide like so. Now this is a Velcro covering here. You just slide it over to the bottom. This will Velcro nice and tight. And then we have another cover at the top. It's called the top view. And this top view will give you access to your control panel. You have your power button that will power the machine on and off. So to turn the machine on, we hold the power button down until we see the display light up. We just heard a beep and we saw the display light up. We now know that the machine is turning on and it is now fully powered on. We see how much battery life we have and we see what setting of oxygen it's on. Last but not least, you're going to want to attach the cannula right here to the top. We provide you with 4 cannulas that come included. A new cannula, you're going to want to gently slide in on top of the cannula with a nice clean connection. Things to look for when you know your cannula gets old. This piece right here will kink, and it can actually cut off the clean connection of the machine delivering oxygen through the cannula. Sometimes it could set off an alarm on your concentrator. Always check your cannula to make sure it's not kinked. If it's kinked or if it's really bendy, that's time to replace your cannula, usually once a month. Once this is on, you line up the tip of the cannula, put it over your face, and you're just good to go and taking breaths as so. To increase the oxygen setting, we have the plus and the minus. This plus will go up. Every time I touch the button, it gives me a little beep to let me know that it registered me pressing it. And this will go all the way to a setting 6. When you get your portable concentrator, I recommend that you take your pulse oximeter, put it on your finger, and take some brief walks around the house and outside the house to get the best setting that will work for your oxygen needs. Now that we're done using the machine, we want to power it off. Just hold the power button down. Now it tells us that the power button has been triggered. The machine is powering off. We hear the compressor is turned off. Last but not least, we plug in our AC charger to charge our battery for any additional usage throughout the day. If you have any questions, you will get a Inogen starting guide on how to use the concentrator. This guide is very simple to follow and opens up into a nice big poster size, and it gives you a steps 1 through 10 that clearly goes over what we just did. Very easy and simple to follow. This is a must do when you first get your concentrator. If you have any questions, feel free to call us. The phone number will be at the bottom of the screen. Talk to one of our service technicians. We can walk you through any questions or any concerns you may have. They also provide you a service manual that gets a little bit more technical. And if you have any questions on anything you read, always call and speak to one of our factory trained service technicians. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us.